I'd like to call the meeting of the committee of the whole to order. First order of business is to pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve tonight's agenda. I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Need a recommendation to approve the 3/25/2025 council meeting minutes.
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second.
Got a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. To recommend approving March 2025 claims list.
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second.
Got a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. To recommend accepting disbursements, ledgers, and financial statements for various funds as of 3/31/2025.
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second that.
Got a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Recommendation passes. To recommend approving revised internal controls procedure. I have one question on that. Is the stuff that was highlighted, is that what you're changing?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What spurred the changes or the updates?
With the financial audit, they suggested some changes. Yeah.
I looked them over. I thought it was fine.
I'll make that recommendation.
We need a second.
I'll second that.
We have a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Recommendation is approved. We need to have Jen's up for municipal liquor store report. Bars?
You know, kind
It
of.
looks like everybody, all the other categories are kind of right in line.
Yeah, I had to take a little medical leave there, so that's why I think the one number's a bit down, but otherwise I feel, we lost a lot of snow there quickly, but I feel we're kind of right where we need to be.
And your gross profit numbers right where it should be. Net profit, down a little bit. You're up year to date though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what we gotta look at. What's going on in April, anything?
yeah, we have a band and DJ on the 18th, so that should bring in some good money.
That's usually a tough month.
Yeah, but long weekend, Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Any cribbage this month?
With my husband's medical right now, I don't have time. But if anyone wants to host one, please do.
I don't have any questions. I do. What's the status with the gazebo thing?
I don't know about the gazebo. I just want to get the dishwasher in. That's where I'm at.
What's the hang up on that?
Well, apparently our electrician went on vacation, so that kind of slowed us down.
Yeah, hopefully that gets in. before
Well, it's half
Sunday.
installed, right? So the wires are ran through the ceiling, but now they got to do is it called ground, where they put it in? That's all that needs to be done, but he won't do that till the dishwasher's in. Well, the plumber's ready to put it in, but he won't do it without the electrician. It's only going to take an hour and a half to do, but trying to get the two of them to do it at the same time,
Help keep the heat on.
right?
I have nothing else for Jen.
Thanks, Jen. Thank you.
Recommend accepting March 2025 liquor store operating statement.
I'll make that recommendation.
I'll second that.
Got a recommendation and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Recommendation carries. Is Nick going to be next time?
He'll be here next
All right. Now we need to review the parking lot ordinances and discuss future plans.
Remember last fall, we sort of talked about it a little bit and said, let's bring it up in the spring, and Jen and I have had a few conversations, and Nick also. Jen's got some ideas about different things, and we guys will just kind of hash it over a little bit.
You know, one of the things that I would just add is, and that Nick brought up last fall, was the potential for adding some language to make that parking lot parkable overnight. Yes, for boats and trailers. I mean, everything around here is first come, first serve, and I'm not seeing that someone would stay there for, 7 days or over 7 days, but if we were interested in allowing overnight parking, we should have something in the parking language so that if someone's there longer than that amount of time, that we have the ability and infrastructure to either have them warn them, told them, whatever habitual issues arise, just to potentially look into allowing that, because right now technically I think it's no overnight parking at all, so I don't know what you all think of that, but
I think that's something we could think about over the next week and bring back other recommendations from everybody and maybe get this rolling in the right direction.
right.
Why don't we do that then? Why don't we table that? And we can think about some stuff.
Right, and I mean, like, I was looking over the public, or the police notice for parking violation, I didn't know we had a parking violation. $5 for walking in an alley. But it's good to have it in case someone's, causing issues.
Now, is that, even though we don't hire police, is that still valid?
It's been on the books for 20-something years, and,
Because, it wouldn't be the responsibility of the police to come in Ranier to...
well, we would have to talk to the sheriff's department about it, for sure,
Pardon?
That's something we can touch base with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd be curious what that would look like. Again, I don't foresee
Would they
habitual offenders.
be want to be bothered with it?
Let's have this on the agenda then for next week.
Yeah.
And then we can come up with some more ideas.
And then Nick's not here today, but I did reach out to him. In the DNR parking lot, there was a Cadillac parked that's been there for several months. I don't know who it belongs to, but with spring coming up and fishermen potentially using that parking lot, I thought it might be a good idea to try to find out who that belongs to and have them move it. It had snow on it for a couple months, it didn't go anywhere. It's a nice car, it's just can't stay there long term.
So we don't know whose it is.
We don't, he's gonna look into it.
All right, otherwise I can go to have them run a plate too if I don't.
Yeah.
I actually talked to Nick today by the parking lot, just ran into him, and he mentioned that he found out whose it is. And
Oh, okay.
He's having it towed tomorrow.
Oh,
Okay,
well, that's not.
good.
So,
Then there it is.
Anything on the water and sewers? We'll wait for Nick. Other business is the notice of bid opening for pier project tomorrow, 4/9/2025 at 1 o'clock. I have a question on that, Cheryl. When we set out those bids, is that based on the last size that we came up with and all that?
They had to they redesigned it, yeah.
Okay, and we can come to this then? Unless something really strange happens, I'll be here tomorrow. It sounds like Jen's gonna be there too.
It'll be online through Microsoft Teams, so
Okay.
you can click into that link too.
Okay,
Or, if you can't make it.
I'll come here
Okay.
unless something weird happens. Anybody have anything else on the bids at this time? Well, we'll move on to open forum. I have something right off the bat here. Did you guys see where they're gonna have, the county's gonna have their meeting, I believe it's the 22nd, on the cannabis ordinance that they're trying to put together? Did I read that wrong, or does it say they're only gonna give one license for the whole county?
was that the county one that said that?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I kept thinking that was I Falls, but I didn't
No,
read
this
the whole thing.
this was the county, but then when you read further, it says something about the cities and stuff. maybe one per city. I'm not sure how it's worded. I'm gonna try to go to that.
Tomorrow?
No, it's on the 22nd, I believe. I believe their public hearing is on the 22nd of April.
Okay.
I can double check with that.
I can.
Because that's kind of weird if they're only gonna give one license for the whole county.
Doesn't seem right.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have one in Ranier if we can pull it off.
Wouldn't the city ordinance supersede the county ordinance when you're already a town?
Yeah.
Well, but we said we were gonna piggyback the county ordinance.
Yeah.
But I want to get that clarified. It can't just be one for the whole county.
I would think it would be one in the county that aren't in international falls or,
It doesn't include International Falls.
No.
yeah, or us.
Well, it says the population
Yes,
of,
because we delegated the enforcement and registration.
but the ordinance says 12,500 population for the county, so that's what I want to clarify. When you read it, it looks like two different things.
I'll look.
So anyway, maybe you want to look at that and find out for sure. I think it's April 22nd at 9 a.m. That's all I have. Anybody else open forum?
Just as sort of a follow-up note, I am trying to get us to revisit potential rebidding of Ranier Beach Dock. I've been talking with Cheryl about what that looks like, and it sounds like we could potentially stand to lose, is it July? Where that $68,000 that we have for rebuild would potentially go away.
And we haven't had anybody put in a bid for that.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
do, yeah.
Yes, there was two of them, and so we're reaching out back to this
Yeah.
gentleman to find out what the workload looks like, because it would be a real shame
Oh, yeah.
to.
We need that. We need that.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's sort of going on in the background, and
Yeah,
I feel
I know.
like that's pretty important to our community, and
Definitely reach back out to them.
He did respond back to me. He said he would look over their bid and see if it needed to be adjusted, and we would get back with
Okay.
him. So,
great. Where's he based out of? Is he in town here?
no,
So,
I think.
I can try that all later too, so. I know we were worried about not getting enough reimbursement from FEMA, which has been an issue. And I think the bids were expensive, and then we didn't get very much money from FEMA, so that's why it hasn't gone forward, is how I understand it. So, anyways.
Anything else on open forum?
The Rec Club's Easter party is Sunday at 1 o'clock.
How about the park cleanup? We're going to try to do that?
All of the Rec Club members are just going periodically as they have time. It's hard for us all,
Yeah.
our busy schedules, to get a whole crew over there, so we're just kind of, when we have a moment, we're going
Maybe I'll
over
take
there.
a walk through there too. In fact, I was going to ask you, should we leave the lights on the gazebo on top and just take everything else?
Yeah,
Because I
let's
can do that this
so we can have the lights
weekend.
on for the party.
It's supposed to be this weekend. It's supposed to
I
be
know it's
nice.
supposed to rain Sunday now, but it's Sunday from 1 to 2, pizza here, Easter Bunny will be here at 1.
All right.
So if anybody wants to come here at quarter, or what time are we meeting, 11? And help us throw thousands of Easter eggs out the park, come on over.
Let me know if you need help.
We can need help.
I can take a bag or two and do it
Yeah,
at the
because we
park.
hike back here for the littles, out here for the medium, and at the park for the older ones. So yeah, the more people we have to help do that, the better.
That's at 11.
Yeah, we're meeting at 11 to do that. The party starts at 1. Pizza will be here at 1, and Easter Bunny will be here at 1.
All right. Anything else for open forum?
Motion to adjourn.
Like that.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.